We're going to talk about what these young men are playing for, man. We take a look at the prizes here. $2,000 guaranteed here. That's the total prize pool. $1,000 straight cash, homie, to the winner. Lucy Sound headset, Technisport gaming chair, and also an Evil controller, custom controllers. World second place, $400. Third and fourth place, $200. Fifth and sixth place, $100. All right, take a look at the rules, the prizes, and now the bracket. We were just talking about it. This is a 4-5 matchup between RICHYRICH and BKP. Both of these young men playing with the Falcons, as Beau just mentioned there. The winner will get Musafa Jones. Musafa, the #1 overall seed in this A-Town Touchdown Spring Grand Final. Musafa winning the March championship here in Atlanta at Access Replay. All right, let's go to the stage. You see the young men getting ready to play. On the stage, on the left-hand side, you'll have RICHYRICH right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Quiet young man, Beau. When I say quiet, it's almost like quiet nerves. Can you have quiet nerves? Whatever that is, he has it. Yeah. And then you got BKP, young man. He's from Funky Town, my home state, Memphis, Tennessee. Very confident young player. Not a young man, by the way. He's 29 years of age. Wants to show people in the Madden community he needs to be reckoned with. He is one of those guys that wants to put his name out there and say it with his chest. Should be an interesting style and contrast in play as well as we get ready to dive into the game. Guys, go ahead and lock up. It is time. BKP and RICHYRICH, as we dive into the gameplay. You'll say BKP on the left-hand side. RICHYRICH, technically the 4 seed, had more points in the spring series here, so he'll be the 4 seed, the young man with also home field advantage on the field and also home field advantage in real life as well because he's from Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This would be a fun matchup, man. Let's not count RICHYRICH out now. He's a good player, and like I said, the Falcons team matches up good against itself, so there's no telling how this game is going to go. All it might take is a quick little pick six like we saw in the last game for the confidence of BKP to kind of go down a little bit. So we'll see, man.
All right, guys, go ahead and lock up. We can take a look at the gameplay now, and also want to make sure that we mention going to give away a Rodney Harrison Ultimate Legend here in this game. Rodney Harrison Ultimate Legend. Hashtag, what are we doing, dirty here? Hashtag dirty, if I'm not mistaken. No, hashtag 37, excuse me. Hashtag 37. Hashtag 37 for a chance to win a Rodney Harrison Ultimate Legend here in the second game. We'll give that away during the conclusion at the end of the ball game. So get in the chat, guys. Go ahead and get that chat popping. Hashtag 37 to win a Rodney Harrison Ultimate Legend. Ridley, I'm going to call in Beau Johnson here, 92.9.
A little over 2,000 people in the chat room today following us on the stream on Twitch.
Oh, man, it was up to 2,500 a minute ago, so we got to get that back up. First play of the ball game, BKP in white. He is the visiting team. RICHYRICH on the right-hand side. He's the home team. He's got the home Reds. RICHYRICH, you're going to see what we saw the first game. A lot of running and some more running.
Absolutely, and that's this Falcons team is equipped to do that. You know, Devontae Freeman's not even the fastest guy on the team. Tevin Coleman is, if I'm not mistaken. So Tevin Coleman's a great running back on this game. We'll see
great receiver in the game as well.
Devontae more elusive as he cuts it to the outside there for a couple.
So once again, you got RICHYRICH is the 4 seed. BKP is the 5 seed. RICHYRICH, we spoke to him before the game, played in the March final. Actually, the April final was last month. Really didn't acquit himself too well. You know, was very nervous. He talked about his nerves and calming those downs. There's a difference, Beau, as you know, online and offline. Offline, it's a beast. It's a bear, man.
You don't get to look at as many screens like play calling screens, play art as you do when you're at home and you have the entire TV to yourself. You know, so that's one of the biggest things that when you rely on that as a player, being able to look at the play art, being able to form some strategies, you'll know before you snap the ball where you want to move, or before you break the huddle where you want to move players around to. You don't necessarily get to do that in this game live.
All right, 4th down and 9, critical 4th down here, first possession of the game for RICHYRICH. RICHYRICH, like his name, he's got to make some money here on 4th and 9. You cannot turn the ball over and give BKP a short field. For RICHYRICH, you're going to see a lot. First of all, playing with the Falcons. You're going to see some shotgun tight offset. Pass is complete, right at the sticks. First down there. Now that'll work for RICHYRICH, man. You see some gun tight for him as well. So, hey, young man, nervous. It's quiet. I actually get nervous talking to him. I'm like, dude, I mean, Loosen up. You're making me nervous, man. What are you doing?
That was a huge play for Ridley to come down with that ball in traffic there. I think he's probably only like an 81 rated player.
Got Julio Jones right there. That'll work. How about Richie Rich showing he can spin that thing?
Yeah, he can throw it.
But, I mean, what were your takeaways and your impressions in talking to Richie Rich? Quiet guy. Maybe the quietest guy that I've covered all year in Madden.
Yeah, a little bit introverted, but that's okay because nobody knows what he's thinking. You know, he's not coming out trying to song, you know, with the song and dance. You know, he's got his gameplay in his brain, and that's where he's going to keep it. And it's working out for him so far in this game. So
Devontae Freeman rushes on the outside, gains about 3. He's got 2 carries, 5 yards. So Richie Rich, the heavy, and when I say heavy underdog, I mean a very heavy underdog in this ball game here, Beau. Larry Ridley, Beau Johnson, 92.9 the game live in Atlanta here at Access Replay Gaming Center near downtown. We're not too far from the old Ted Turner Field here in downtown Atlanta. Freeman on the right-hand side. I was about to say maybe give him 1 there. 3rd down and 6. You're going to see some running for Richie Rich. But how about the first couple of plays? He did come out throwing that rock.
Yeah, he's actually stayed a little balanced so far in this game. You know, he's ran the ball, threw it when he needs to, and then he's back to run the ball, another big play by Julio. So as long as he can stay balanced and keep moving the ball down the field, man, it looks like it could go his way. We'll see.
We were talking to Richie Rich before the ball game, and the one thing that stood out, he's like, Larry, all I heard is I'm supposed to lose.
Yep.
Specifically to guys like Jacoby out there talking to him. But he says, I want to come out and prove everybody wrong. I know I'm a little nervous, and I don't speak a lot, but I'm going to come out here and put my best foot forward. So we're excited to see that potential today. Got a receiver in the end zone. Oh, Ridley. Come on, man. You got my surname. Man. You got to make that catch, bro. BKP knows. Oh, man, I should be down 6-0 right now. He knows it.
I'm not sure if that was a drop or if he overthrew him. It looked like it might have been a drop there, but he had another receiver that was headed to the other post that was open too. So that's an unfortunate drop or overthrow right there. But he does get on the board first. First blood, if you will, with the 3-point field goal by Matt Bryant.
Good stuff here. Access Replay live here in Atlanta, Georgia. Larry Ridley alongside Beau Johnson, 92.9 the game here in Atlanta, Sports Talk Radio. Shout out to the guys over at 92.9, man. Randy McMichael played with the Dolphins and Rams. I covered Randy with the Dolphins down in Miami. We both got taste of Nick Saban down there in South Florida. It was so funny because right before Nick Saban was about to leave, we had those press conferences like, all right, Nick, are you leaving? No, I'm staying. 3 weeks later, he was gone. And, you know, we heard some rumblings like Miss Terry, his wife, she wasn't a South Florida type of gal. She wanted to get back to the real South. You know, he's got that lake in the lake house in West Virginia. And that's what we heard, and that basically was true.
Now, the fortunes of Miami would have changed had Nick Saban signed Drew Brees.
Sure did. And it's weird because during that time, I'm not going to lie, I got to be honest, I liked the Dante Culpepper thing. Yeah. I thought Drew was a little more hurt than led on to be. Yeah. But Dante Culpepper was coming off a knee injury. Yeah. So he wasn't right either. But I'm like, give me a bad knee over a bad shoulder, throwing shoulder for a quarterback. So, hey, you know, he swung and missed on that one.
It seems to be Drew Brees was a great healer, and I don't know, a banged up knee for a guy as big as Culpepper was, you know, that kind of has to make you worry. But what's done is done, and Nick Saban has created a dynasty down in Alabama, much to the chagrin of my LSU Tigers.
There you go.
Matt Ryan drops back, hits Freeman here on the outside there for a nice little pickup and a first down.
See a lot, Beau, of those swing passes. I've seen that for the last 6 months. It's weird. Like in Regs, you see a lot of guys with the swing passes. In Salary Cap and Ultimate Team and Mutt, you see a lot of Mike Vick running backwards and just throwing it and making plays that way with the users and things of that nature. So it's weird seeing the different play styles.
That's something in the gameplay of Madden 20 that they have actually changed. The accuracy of the quarterback, once you get beyond like 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, it's going to go down dramatically.
There's BKP, big pass completed to Coleman. You were just talking about it, one of the fastest players. I said, hell of a back out of the backfield as well.
Absolutely. Catches the ball almost every time, you know, almost a guaranteed catch, at least if he's open. But yeah, something coming in Madden 20, you're no longer going to be able to take that legend Vic or those fast quarterbacks and just run them, you know, backwards and then just heave the ball down the field. Your accuracy is going to diminish a lot by doing that. So good job for those guys for correcting that stuff.
Sure. I'm going to see some RPOs too, the run pass options
and
as well.
Philly special.
Philly special.
Made its way into the game.
Yeah, it sure did. As a guy that roots on the Patriots, that it sucks, to be honest with you. But hey, congrats to Philly. They need to win at least once.
Yeah, I guess so.
2nd down and 4 for BKP. BKP got a lot of experience, like I said, from Funky Town. That's what we call Memphis, living in the Volunteer State. 2nd down and 4 for him. 2019 Titans Club finalist, lost in that final game there. Also, the 2019 Selection Showdown champion at the NFL Draft back on April 26th in my hometown of Nashville. He drove down, won that special invite, took down T. Davis in the championship game as well.
Yep. So here we go now, back in the shotgun. Oh, we're just going to let time expire in the first quarter and at the end of one.
2nd quarter, and hey,
not as
if
many
you
points
told
put up
Richie
in this
Rich
one so far.
I don't care if you told Richie Rich going into the 2nd quarter, you will have the lead. He would take
any
that.
kind of lead.
Any kind of lead.
That's right.
Make sure you get in the chat, guys. #37. #37 for Rodney Harrison. Small college number, Middle Tennessee, actually.
That's a good card too to have on your.
Devontae Freeman spinning and winning.
Spinneroonies there.
Put him in the spin cycle there, inside of the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for BKP, the 2019 C4 Selection Showdown champ, live at the NFL Draft. He won it at Big Shots at the Sports Bar right there on 2nd Avenue, overlooking the NFL Draft. We had a hell of a location and spot there in the Ville back last month, about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Nashville seems to have been a great host for the NFL Draft. I mean, they kind of just closed off all downtown
I thought it was 500,000 people. They said 600,000 people came through the draft.
Yeah, man, that's
crazy
huge for a weekend.
2nd and goal for BKP. He is the favorite here against Richie Rich. And for BKP, you're going to see the Saints offensive playbook. On defense, he's got the Giants. For Richie Rich on defense, Ravens playbook. Offense, Falcons playbook. And Richie Rich on defense, you're going to see some 2-4-5, a little different for him. Some big nickel over G, and some he's going to mix in some 3-3-5 as well. BKB, back to pass. High, aggressive catch, and it's brought down by Julio Jones. And that's the first touchdown of the game. BKP seesaws his way back into the lead there, up 6-3, pinning that PAT there. PAT up, and it is good. BKP, the favorite, up 7-3 live here at Access Replay in Atlanta. BKP talked about being balanced. I'm a Libra. I understand what balance is all about. And here's a young man. He tracks his runs and his passes and pays attention to see, is he doing too much running? Am I doing too much passing? He really believes in order to be the best player he can be, he needs to be balanced.
It's all about balance. And that was probably the person on the field that you have to go to in that situation if you're going to pass the ball with the high point catch. A lot of times when you get to the upper difficulty levels on Madden, All-Pro, All-Madden, in traffic, those high point catches are dropped. Not by Julio there. He's one of the best catching traffic receivers in the game, plus one of the tallest. And that helped out a lot there with that big touchdown from 9 yards out.
2nd down and 7. Richie Rich's 2nd possession of the ball game, down just 4. So we got the 2nd game of the day, 2nd of 5. We'll have 5 games. Got 2 quarterfinal games. We'll have 2 semifinal games, and then, of course, 1 touch championship game. Matty Ice back to throw. Lobbed it up, and that is picked off by Deion Jones. Got his feet in. A user alert there by Deion Jones. BKP gets the ball right back. Trying to go up 2 scores now, already with the 4-point lead, Bo.
That's tough, though. That Deion Jones with some great closing speed there, as I would have thrown that ball, too, with a little bit of touch on it because the receiver looked like he was going to be wide open and had the cornerback beat there. Deion Jones with that closing speed from underneath came and intercepted that ball, man.
Deion Jones
is the 2nd best player on the team as far as rating goes.
Sure.
He comes in with a 91 speed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, one of the better and faster linebackers in the NFL. Played his butt off in that Super Bowl, too, man. He was all over the field back in Super Bowl 50, what was that, 51, right? 2nd and 12. Matty Ice to Sanu Sr. Breaks the tackle. Oh, and it's stripped.
The ball.
And how about Richie Rich on the recovery there? And it's his Deion Jones, right? Number 45. And, oh, man, Bo, as we like to say, sometimes Madden is good to you. and sometimes it ain't.
Yeah, man, that's unfortunate right there. It looked like he was going to be able to drive down the field maybe and try to take the lead back in this game. turnover there, very costly turnover by Mo Sanu.
Hands it off. Freeman. Oh, he had it. Oh, he had it right up the gut.
Yeah, he did.
Probably picks up a first down if he sticks that left foot in the ground and gets right up into that hole there. 2nd down and 8.
No huddle offense here.
Split backs. Got his receiver out of the backfield. Once again, that's Coleman. Give him gain of 1, maybe. Give him 2. 3rd down and 6 for Richie Rich. Quiet, reserved kid from right here in Atlanta, GA. 23 years of age. Was in the April Compete Forever Final Four here for the A-Town Touchdown Spring Series. 3rd and 6. Got a receiver. It's Julio. Wide open.
Had him in trips already and just kind of moved him way out to the outside there. And nobody followed him out there. They were in the zone. Left him wide open for a nice little play there.
1st down and 10. Once again, in the chat. Hashtag 37. Giving away a Rodney Harrison. Ultimate legend. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. As we go into the 2-minute warning. And look, if you're Richie Rich, you're like, dude, 2 minutes to play in the first half. You're only going to be down 4. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, he's still in the game by all means. Little 3-3-5 look here now.
2nd and 1. Hands it off to Coleman. Nice spin move. Up the gut. Brought down by Trufant and those guys inside of the 10. Clock management here. No need to hurry, Rich.
I wonder if he's wanting to maybe score, maybe try to get the ball back and score again.
Yeah.
Or just trying to keep the defense on his toes.
And that's pretty confident if you're doing that.
Yeah. Especially when you get to this level of a tournament like this, you know.
Right. He's letting some clock run now. Gonna chew it a little bit. Once again in the hashtag, hashtag 37 in the chat. If you want a Rodney Harrison Ultimate Legend, hashtag 37 in the chat for an Ultimate Legend Rodney Harrison. Matty Ice back to throw, plenty of room. Across, high pointed, can't come down with it by Sanu Sr. Knocked away. There's your boy Alford right there, one of the better cornerbacks in Madden 19.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Sanu nowhere near the catch-in traffic that Julio has, and you can see that there. I think Julio maybe comes down with that ball. Those high-point throws, man, they're great if you know how to use it, but they get dropped a lot when you get into those little bunched-up situations in the end zone. Here's Devontae.
Freeman running, got some on the outside. Good job by BKP stringing it out. There's another timeout. $1:11 left here to be 3rd and goal. Boy, touchdown will look good for Richie Rich here. For BKP, you just want to hold him to a field goal try and say that's a win in Madden. No matter how you cut it.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how you slice it, Beau Johnson. Getting off the field in Madden in the red zone, that's a win.
See what they do here. Almost an offsides.
3rd and goal for Richie Rich. Got trips. Running more trips than I thought. There's the aggressive catch. Oh, Julio can't come down with it.
Quadruple covered there was Julio and still almost made that play.
I don't know if he would have gotten his feet in bounds, though. It looked like he was right there in the
way
back.
at the back of the end zone there. Here goes the field goal try.
Field goal try from 23 yards. It's up, and it is good. So Richie Rich, a couple of field goals here in the first half. Not bad, right?
Leaves a minute left on the clock, though. That's kind of a lot of time,
though.
That's not good. For somebody that can air the ball out, a minute left on the clock before the half, you know, that's enough time to go down there and score, especially if he has all his timeouts. He's got 2, so going to have the ball on the 25 after the touchback. So let's see what he does here.
Yeah, if you're BKP, you know, you talk about your balanced approach. Which approach does he take? We're going to run the ball this time. We're going to throw the ball.
I think he's probably going to try to air it out here. You know, a minute's still a good amount of time. Oh, he's going to run it. Devontae right up the middle. See if he can spin his way out of trouble there. Almost does.
Picks up the ball. I was going to say give him 5 there. 2nd down and 5. Clock ticking. BKP has 2 of his timeouts left. Richie Rich, full complement. 3 timeouts left. And he's launching it. And that's out of bounds. Oh!
Keanu Neal.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
First incompletion of the ball game for BKP. 3rd and 5, BKP. Ball at the 30-yard line. In the gun.
Still 44 seconds left. Got about 70 yards to travel, though.
Sanu motioning in the trips. Sanu and Coleman trips back to the opposite side, the right-hand side. Trying to find a weakness. Then that time just tick, tick, tick. He's got to snap it down. He does. Back to pass. Matty Ice, Coleman. Does that spin enough to get him in field goal range? I think it is.
57 yards.
No, not from here. Excuse me. That'd be 77 yards from here.
Oh, that would be 77
Yeah,
yards.
yeah. He's got to get on the other 40.
Other 40.
Matty Ice. Back to pass. Incomplete.
Must have had some pressure there because he has Sanu wide open down the seam out there. That pressure got to him.
Wonder if he would like to have a redo on that, the clock management here with 23 seconds left. You know, are you playing for a field goal or can you get more? Can you get a little greedy?
Still 2 timeouts, but I mean, you only got time left about 3 plays unless you have some quick releases. Maybe throw it to the out of bound markers, maybe.
2nd and 10. BKP. Got a receiver across the middle, this time caught by Team Ridley. 3rd down and 4 here, Beau, as we inch closer to halftime. Live at Access Replay here in the A. 3rd down and 4.
3-3-5 defense still.
Fakes it to Freeman. Going for broke, he's got a receiver. Can he get it? And he
It's
does.
Coleman.
Dropped it in the bucket.
Wow.
Coleman wide open for a touchdown. And just
That's
like
huge.
that, huge touchdown going into the half for BKP. He's up by 8 now. And that was a big call there. Took some cojones. Reminds me a little bit of the selection showdown. 4th and 1 late against T. Davis, only up 4. Up top, put the ball game
and that's
away.
what, you got to kind of be more aware of the time that's being left on the clock there, though, for Richie. I mean, you never want to try to not score, but you do want to try to eat up a little more of that clock. A minute is a long time. You know, you're playing a computer opponent or a lot of online opponents. They're just going to try to milk the clock, go to the locker room, come back out, and get the ball, start the second half. Not quite the case there. BKP able to move the ball down the field with just 2 timeouts, and I think he still has one. You know, and drops a long bomb to Tevin Coleman there. Up 8.
As we head in close to halftime. 14-6 ball game for BKP in the lead. Richie Rich, can he come up with a big completion and potentially get in the field goal range?
Still got time for 2 plays, and he has 3 timeouts. Not going to have time to use them all. Can definitely get into field goal range, though, with a big play right here, unless he's sacked right there.
He is
That was a huge sack.
Taken down.
So now you've got time for 1 deep ball. Don't know that you can get into field goal range with a second left on the clock. From the 16.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that one happening.
BKP just going to go into that quarter defense, 3-man in front. Everybody else back way behind the line. Exactly where he should be.
2nd and 19. Got a receiver. Hooper, tight end. And that's going to do it in the first half. They're a 14-6 lead for BKP. Richie Rich kicking off to BKP. So BKP looking to do a little daily double, man.
Yep.
And see if he can score before the half and once again score into the second half there with a 14-6 lead. BKP, he said he was going to pop. That was his term. Going to pop. Doesn't really care about the opponent. Doesn't know a whole lot about Richie Rich. He's finding out now that the kid's got some skills, and you need to bring your A game if you want to move on and advance. The winner getting Musafa Jones in the 2nd round here in the semifinals.
Now, he has kind of stayed true to his word, though. He is staying pretty balanced. You know, he's kind of sucking him in with that run game. Then all of a sudden, he's dropped a couple long passes on the day, and it has him up by 8 so far. So no reason to go away from that now.
2nd and 10. BKP, the away road Falcons. Richie Rich, the home Falcons. He's the 4 seed. BKP's the 5 seed. Once again, guys, just like the NFL playoffs, the number 1 seed gets the lowest remaining seed remaining, and the number 2 seed gets the highest remaining seed, and the Wizzy, being the 3 seed, automatically plays Golden Glover. So the winner of this game gets Musafa. Oh, nice user there. Freeman coming out of the backfield, user spin and all that good stuff. Matt Ryan off to a hot start, 8 of 10, $167 in the air, and a touch as well, Beau.
Yeah, that was a great play there by Devontae Freeman. Little wheel route, sent him on out to the left side. He was wide open. I think he might have been a one-on-one coverage with the linebacker there, and he just left him in the dust. Linebacker's never going to catch up to you on that play.
BKP got the ball in Richie's territory. Meticulous player he is.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
constantly looking at ways and roads and avenues to
Using
get
all
better.
that play clock on every play almost.
Sure. Wants to really make a name for himself. Freeman off the right-hand side. Give him about 3 on that one. Call it second down. Actually, second down and 9. Picked up about 1.5 yards. A little more than a yard there.
Sent Sanu in motion there to try to take a defender with him. He did do that. Looked like he may have snapped the ball a little early for that strategy. I would have liked maybe a pitch to the outside. Probably would have benefited a little bit better results there.
Second and 9 for BKP. It's turning out to be one of those Vilma drives, man. It seems like he's going to take the entire
18
third
plays.
quarter. Conversions, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Once again, going for it all, going for broke. Oh, and it's picked off by Richie Rich. Didn't see that one coming. BKP, once again, that aggressive style, this time comes back to bite him. Richie Rich has an opportunity, down only 8. More importantly, Beau, he's got the ball.
Big play by 37 there, but it's Ricardo Allen this time.
First and 10, Richie
motion.
Rich. Hands it off to
Julio
Coleman.
as a lead blocker there. I like that.
Picks up about 12 or 13.
Yeah.
That'll move the
Nice
sticks.
play.
First and 10 for Richie Rich.
BKP in that 3-3-5. Seems to be a very popular defense among the circuit play.
First down and 10. Got him on the corner route. Great job there.
Nice break up there by Neal.
Keanu Neal, great break up there. Be second down and 10 for Richie Rich. Trailing only 14-6. Bit of an unbalanced game here. Not a lot of flow in it.
Yeah. Still anybody's game.
Yeah. Second and 10. Ryan.
Wide open.
Got him.
Sanu.
Oh,
Defense closed, man. I'm
knocked
telling you,
away by Trufant.
There's some speed in that Falcons secondary.
It
Man.
is.
They were able to close on that one too. If you know, right when the ball was thrown, it looked like Sanu was going to break away from all of them. You know, and I think Trufant and Neal both closed on him. So Falcons defense versus the Falcons offense is a pretty good matchup.
You think Dan Quinn would like that out there in Flowery Branch?
I think he's going to see that here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, well, maybe about a month.
Absolutely.
Falcons having to go into training camp a little early this year with that Hall of Fame game. 5 preseason games. Not sure how they feel about that. Actually, you probably do know how they feel about that.
I think they like the work they can get in. And that is
Trufant.
up too high, and it's picked off by BKP's Trufant. Down inside of the 25.
Seesaw battle going on here, man. Yeah,
both guys making it tough on their opponent. Not a big fan of the big rainbows. Too much
Yeah,
air
of
on
touch
some
on
of
these
those
passes,
throws,
yeah.
you know? A lot of touch passes.
Gives those fast defenses time to close.
First down and 10. Freeman strung along the outside for BKP. Loses a yard there. Second down and 11. Thanks to my good folks at Red Bull. I needed
Absolutely.
one. It's been a long weekend. Coach K thinks it's funny because it is. Second down and 11. BKP. Once again in the chat, guys, hashtag 37 for a chance to win a Rodney Harrison Ultimate Legend. Going to give that away at the end of the ball game here. Third quarter, BKP, 8-point lead, chewing clock. Going to snap it here. Hands it off to Freeman. Taken down. Was that Big Grady?
Yep.
It is. BKP, third down and 10. It seems like might be playing for a field goal here. He's playing don't want to say he's looking ahead, but maybe he's like, you know what, I'm not going to show a whole lot here. I feel like I can handle this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to keep it on the ground and play things closer to the vest. It'll be fourth down and 1. If you're BKP here, you're going for this, I think you got to go for this thing.
Yeah, he can make
So
it.
he's going to take the points. Shout out to Red Bull. Red Bull, thank you guys.
Absolutely, we appreciate you.
Big sponsor down there. Hey, I was about to fall asleep a minute ago. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of this thing. We'll clip that off and send it to my folks at Red Bull out there in Cali. Come see you guys out in E3 in a couple of weeks. Going to be out there, big event. We got Lucid Sound with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, man.
2 weeks from tomorrow, we're going to be out there June 10th.
E3 always a huge,
Snoop,
huge thing, man. Lots of game unveils out there. Lots of product unveils. Going to be a lot of fun.
4th down and 1. I think I talked BKP into going for it.
So not taking the points here.
Oh,
he's got the touchdown instead
and
of
look
Ridley.
who he threw it to. My little nephew, Calvin Ridley. That really looks good on him too, man. I got to give me one of them Ridley jerseys. Point up, and it's good. PAT, point after, 21-6 now, 2-score game for BKP. Looking to pop here in the A. Just 3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Once again, in the chat, saw those guys out there, VY Electrify, all those good guys. Big Grocery, what up, man? Haven't seen you in a while, dude. If I'm not mistaken, Coach K, it was our first C4 event. Wasn't it with Big Grocery? It sure was. Or was it at Local Battles, New Jersey? Is that Fort Lee? That was before Christie did all that crazy stuff with the George Washington Bridge. Remember that, the traffic stuff? Exactly. Bridgegate. Richie Rich, back to pass, got to get rid of it under pressure.
Upper grabs there.
That was almost like a punt right there. Yeah. Going into the fourth quarter here, BKP with the lead, 21-6. Red Bull, man, I can feel it going through my body. I needed that.
Feel those wings?
I got my wings,
That's
man.
That's what happens. Stuff's legit.
It's been a crazy weekend for us, man. We left at 6 a.m. Saturday, switched our flights. I had a long day Friday, got no sleep. We flew out of JFK, had to get up, stayed up all night, left at like 3:30 in the morning, got to JFK, got here in Atlanta, drove around all day, trying to get into our hotel. It's traffic all over Atlanta.
All over.
Spent 3 hours driving around, had Waffle House sit on my stomach all afternoon, fell asleep. BKP scared the hell out of me, called me, woke me up. 1st and 10 for BKP and Richie Rich. Good catch
Wide open.
and pass
Ridley
there. That'll work for
Other
Richie
Ridley.
Rich.
Ridley all over the field. Ridley's.
Yeah, the Ridleys didn't do so well in Foxwoods last week. Man, took a game away from young Scro. Today they're balling, so they're back in the family today. 1st down and 10. Pass caught by Julio. Oh, broke a tackle there. Showing that strength. Julio's a bad dude.
Yes,
man.
that was a player versus player, a little juke move there. And Julio won that one out. Richie's Julio anyway. 1st and 10 now, 31-yard line. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. See if Richie can climb back in this thing.
Richie Rich hands it off to Freeman. He had a little room.
Nice run.
And closed quickly that hole. But hey, how about Richie Rich trying to make this thing close and interesting? A 1-score game. Needs a touchdown. Will not kick a field goal here. This is going for it all. Here comes pressure off the side, and he's brought down there. Great job by Bruce Irvin. Came over from what, the Raiders, right?
Second time he's brought Matt Ryan down in this game. Matt Ryan, not the most fleet of foot quarterback, so if somebody gets in that backfield with you, taking off and running is really the only option and not a very good one to be left with.
2nd down and 15 live here in Atlanta. Access replay, Larry Ridley. 92-9 the games. Beau Johnson here in the A. Second game, second quarter final here for the A-Town touchdown grand final of the spring grand final. Winner moves on to the semifinals, and they'll get Mustafa Jones, the top seed here. I was talking to Mustafa earlier. I'm like, dude, you're going to have to be like Vilma. You're going to have to wait like 3 hours before you get to play.
He's been chilling, lurking around.
It's the perks, man.
Yep.
You know, I guess it can be a downfall, too. It can be a pitfall if you're not careful. But it's like, you know, having some rest in basketball and football. Oh, low catch, and it was hauled in by Julio. Give him the 1st down. How about Richie Rich trying to make this thing interesting, Bo?
That was a nice pass there to Julio. Threw it, the only place he could catch it with a little pinpoint catch. Threw it low on purpose. He was almost in a triple coverage. Julio might have been the only receiver on the field that would have held on to that ball, too.
Good job there, Grady Jarrett taking down Tevin Coleman.
2 minutes now, you're into score and onside kick territory, unfortunately.
BKP up by 15 on defense. You're going to see that Giants defense. A little bit of 3-3-5 normal, and he'll sprinkle in some dollar every now and then. Second and goal. Richie Rich hands it off to Freeman. Nothing doing there. Third and goal. I like to see Richie Rich maybe put this thing in the air. Kind of hard to run down there in the red zone. Also kind of hard to throw as well. That's why, Madden, it's just like the real NFL, man. It's about stops and, converting and getting off the field in the red zone.
Third and goal now, 2 timeouts left, minute 50, down by 15. I mean, game's kind of on the line here.
It is. But I was hoping that maybe he can score because, that 2-minute warning is really important.
Yeah.
I know he was running, and it's like, look, I know that's part of your game plan, but at this point, you got to be putting that thing in the air to
unless you're
some
supremely
time.
confident that you can break one.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you got a play in your back pocket that usually yields substantial yards.
But, if he scores before the 2-minute warnings, now it's almost like he's got 3 full timeouts. He's got a
go.
receiver. And he overshot Julio Jones. You'd love to have that back.
Man.
And that may be the difference between putting the screws a little bit to BKP and making him perform under pressure and probably losing this game by a couple
of
scores.
all the time to overthrow a receiver by a couple of yards, that's probably the worst. And that's how it happens, right? So he's got one more chance here, does Richie Rich, to see if he can bring this game to within 1 score.
Fourth and goal, Richie Rich got a receiver. Aggressive catch, caught by Julio. And we're going to get some action here in Atlanta. How about Richie Rich? Nervous, was concerned about how he would hold up. But you can see he's starting to play a little better.
Going
more
for the
confidence,
2-point
going for
conversion
2.
here. Now,
I don't know about
if he
that.
doesn't get the 2-point conversion here, the
that.
game's pretty much over.
Yeah,
you kick the extra point here, go for the 2-point conversion on the back end.
I don't know about that. But hey, it doesn't matter. He's going for it. Can he get it?
One-handed grab, brought in, but out of bounds.
bounds.
So still going to be a two-score game.
Yeah,
so onside
Rich,
kick is a must.
You didn't have to go for that, bro. you didn't have to go for that. Go for it when you need it. You did not need it right there. So unless something crazy happens here, still a 2-score game.
Yeah.
BKP up by 9, 21-12. Yeah, if you're Rich,
it's going to take an onside kick
redo that.
or a fumble or something, and then all BKP is going to be doing now is running the ball and trying to. Of course, you do have two timeouts if you're Richie.
Once again, guys, in the chat, hashtag 37. Hashtag 37. Going to give away this Rodney Harrison 99 rated Ultimate Legend. Going to give away that here in about another minute or two. Get in the chat. Coach K is going to pick out a winner. Make sure you check your DMs and your whispers for all of the information so we can make sure we get that granted to you. The guys at EA do a great job of granting those things for us. Israel Cruz, Gabby, my guy Kralo, man, holding it down at EA. Real one down there, man. Hashtag don't be weird. Second down at 10. BKP, what is he doing?
I'm not sure what he was doing there, but
What is he doing?
We might have ourselves a little bit different of a story here.
Can somebody tell me what he's doing?
I'm not sure what that
That's
it looked like he was trying to maybe.
What the hell is he doing? What is he doing?
The dagger, maybe the dagger play. I think the dagger was already thrown.
Dagger.
There. No, you already had 9
You
points.
stomped on the guy's neck with a hobnail boot. What are you doing?
Let's see if Rich can do something with this here. This is a strange little turn of events here. Still a 9-point game with a minute and a half left.
Now I want to see this. I want to see Richie Rich put some real pressure on him. Have this thing, maybe get an onside kick.
How much different of a game is this now
if
you kick the extra point on the last possession at the end?
I'm still.
You would still need one here after the touchdown, but
sure,
man,
I'm still
interesting turn of events.
I'm
BKP
speechless.
throwing Richie a bone there.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, here, man, come walk through this door. Oh man. It's like it's almost like a young lady at Blue Flame dancing and taking your money.
Yeah,
It was basically like, just take my money here, right? 21-12, BKP with the lead. Richie Rich,
and it
can
was
he
a
make
strange
this thing
play,
interesting?
too, in the double coverage. He had the playmaker as receiver back up the field. I think it was Devontae Freeman. And then there was pressure, so he didn't even get him the ball down there. It was an easy interception.
3rd down and 19. Richie Rich trying to stay in it. Gets it to Julio. It's going to be short. Still about 4th and about
ticking,
10
seconds.
or 12 there. Clock's still ticking. Maybe take a timeout here to save some of that.
Yeah, because you're going to need it.
You're going to need it. You're going to need all of it. He does take a timeout there. Actually didn't take a timeout. He's going for the field. Well, he does need a field goal and a touchdown, so I'm okay with that. Field goes up, and it is good. So one-score game, 21-15, 20 seconds left. Needs the onside kick.
Now, if you can recover the onside kick in midfield, you're only about 10, 15 yards away.
The problem with the onside kick, I've seen it recovered maybe once only.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very much.
Just not very big in Madden.
The CPU is the only person that knows how to exactly pull off a great onside kick.
BKP's pretty confident that he was going to recover that thing. He had his hands behind his head. I see why now, because he was going to recover that onside kick, and that should just about do it. Richie Rich does have one timeout. BKP will move on, and he'll move on to that semifinal against Mustafa. And there's the best play in all of football, and that's going to do it. We'll get some GGs, a good handshake up there. Good to see two young brothers getting together. And there's the handshake, BKP smiling, knowing, hey, I don't know what the hell I was doing there, but he's moving on. Richie Rich, good job coming out, the young man from Atlanta, as we come over here to the broadcast desk. Larry Ridley here live in Atlanta, Access Replay, 12,000 square foot gaming center, and we have a semifinal. After 2 games, the semifinal is set. BKP moves on, the 2019 Titans Club finalist, 2019 Selection Showdown champion, won that at the NFL Draft in my hometown of Nashville, Tennessee. He's moving on. He'll play the top seed, Mustafa Jones. On the other side, it will be Golden Glover and Wizzy. So no chalk. The 5 seed moves on, and the 3 seed moves on to play the 2. The 5 will play the 1 as we head over to the other member of the broadcast team. There's only 2 of us, so it's got to be the other member. It's Beau Johnson, 92.9 The Game, standing by BK. And I want you to ask him, what the hell was he thinking?
BKP, what's going on, man? So came in with a lot of confidence this game. Congratulations, by the way. But it was kind of a sloppy game play. So I'm gonna give you the question that Larry threw over here. What the hell were you thinking, man?
I'm sleepy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sleepy from last night, to be honest. But I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm gonna do better next game, though.
So have you scouted your opponent for the next game yet?
Nah, just line him up. So my next
Yeah. He's a right here from the A. He won the March, I believe, Spring Series tournament. So the number 1 seed coming in, man. You got your work cut up for you. Is anything going to change when you're in the when we were talking to you in pregame? You had a couple of teams that you were waffling back and forth with playing. You're going to stick with the Falcons. You're going to try to surprise with one of the other teams that you like.
Man, I'll probably stick with the Falcons. Stick with them. Pretty good at. That's about it. Yeah.
Anything differently that you'll change up in your game plan? That game was a great game to watch, but it looked like it was a nerve-wracking game to play. Kind of sloppy, a lot of interceptions going back and forth. Like I was saying in the pregame, the Falcons' defense actually matches up pretty good with the Falcons' offense.
I've changed up forcing passes pretty much. I just got to play smarter, control the clock better, don't force passes, and just play smart pretty much.
So something that you did do well that you were telling us you did in pregame was balance out your game. Now, are you over there with like check marks or anything like that, kind of keeping up with how many passes you throw and how many runs you make?
Nah, I just adjust to my opponent. If they stop my run, I'm going to pass. They stop my pass, I'm going to run. If they stop both, then, man, GG to them. So, yeah.
Well, there you go, man. Good luck in the semis. We'll see you in a little bit. Larry, back to you.